Only 5 more days left until Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition is released on the Xbox console, and in the latest Xbox trailer we have got a little bit of an insight into some of the more new game mechanics that are going to be coming with the console version of the game. So here's the trailer, and after that we're going to discuss what we've seen. Okay, so the first thing I want to point out is just looking at this screenshot, it looks as though we've got a little bit of an icon at the top there, which is showing us our villager distribution. So with the Xbox version of the game, it looks as though the macro side of Age of Empires 2 is very much going to be automated, and we do get to select some presets as to how to organize our villagers, and it looks as though this icon here would be where you would make the changes to that. And currently we can see we've got a bit more of a heavy influence on food and wood, a little bit of gold, and a tiny bit of stone being gathered as well, and we can access that by using the right stick. I'm assuming that RS means right stick, but we'll have a little look at the villager priorities a little bit later on. We then saw a little bit about the build menu, so you can access your commands and go onto the little build menu on the bottom left there, which when opened up will bring you onto this. So as you can see, we've got the blacksmith market farm. Looks as though if you press the Y button, it will change over to military buildings, so you can place your barracks and your stables and stuff. But then that led us on to the villager priority presets. So there are various presets. We've got basic here, which is selected, where you can collect some of each resource to develop the economy throughout the feudal age. So it looks as though your villagers will just be doing stuff automatically there. And then we had a militia rush. So it looks as though, potentially we've got auto build orders. It's probably not quite as refined as a specific build order that we would have when we're playing on the PC, but it's certainly getting your economy set up for producing the militia line. So whether it's militia or man-at-arms, obviously in the feudal age you'd be looking at man-at-arms rather than militia, but it's going to give you more of a focus on food, wood and gold, and totally ignore stone at that point. Following on from there was a button at the bottom which was for auto farm placement. So I think that's going to be a bit different to what we see in the PC version where we've got auto reseeding. I think this is actually auto make farms. So new villager will pop out. Whether there's an auto produce villager function in the town centre, there probably is, but having that selected, it might mean that it'll automatically make villagers and they'll automatically make farms. And then there's this little screenshot. There's a few little things I thought were interesting. We can see there we're selecting villagers. So your actual selector is a little target in the middle of the screen. So you've got to select something, you've got to get it dead center onto that little target. I'm assuming from what I've seen in the trailer, you can kind of double click and it'll select all of those villagers there. But I wanted to point out this thing at the bottom. I think that's going to be sort of like your hotkeys. So you've got like go to all town centers. That's probably so you can make some villagers, perhaps if there's no auto button. It looks as though these are assignable as well. We've got one there for monks on the right hand side. In another screenshot we did see that as herdables, so for sheep. So they probably selected all the sheep, set them as a little hotkey that they could quickly access. We've got idle villagers at the top there, and we've got military there on the left. That's possibly going to be select all military as a hotkey, I would assume. Following on from there, we did have a little clip with some micro. So you will be able to micro on the console with archers. So once you've got your archers selected, or any units, you can see on your little D-pad there's going to be all your formations. So you can very quickly just sort of flick right and left to do the split micro that you would have against mangonels. But following on from there, there's also this little section here. We can see all these blue lines. I think that's just indicating where you're targeting. basically. But we did also see at the top, we can see like the unit queue, so there's 3 Eagle Warriors being queued up there. So it makes me wonder if there is going to be auto produce, or whether you do still just queue up units as you would normally on the PC. But that's it for this video. Cheers guys, and I'll see you on the next one.